hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 11 o'clock.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Rain-X. Illinois' statewide 1% grocery tax expires January 1st, but many shoppers will still pay it locally. More than half of Illinois municipalities have adopted their own grocery taxes. As former House Speaker Michael Madigan spends the final days of 2025 in federal prison, the next filings in his corruption appeal are expected early next year. Court records show the government's brief is due January 30th, with Madigan's reply due February 20th. He has been denied release during the appeal. As Illinois begins requiring early literacy screenings in grades K through 3, some educators are raising concerns about the new mandate. Supporters say the law will identify reading problems sooner, while critics warn it could mislabel students as dyslexic without addressing gaps in how reading is taught. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TOUR25 for a limited time and get a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first 2 fill-ups. Cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TOUR25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first 2 tanks. That's code TOUR25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first 2 tanks.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Rain-X. Illinois' statewide 1% grocery tax expires January 1st, but many shoppers will still pay it locally. More than half of Illinois municipalities have adopted their own grocery taxes. As former House Speaker Michael Madigan spends the final days of 2025 in federal prison, the next filings in his corruption appeal are expected early next year. Court records show the government's brief is due January 30th, with Madigan's reply due February 20th. He has been denied release during the appeal. As Illinois begins requiring early literacy screenings in grades K through 3, some educators are raising concerns about the new mandate. Supporters say the law will identify reading problems sooner, while critics warn it could mislabel students as dyslexic without addressing gaps in how reading is taught. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TOUR25 for a limited time and get a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first 2 fill-ups. Cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TOUR25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first 2 tanks. That's code TOUR25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first 2 tanks.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blade. Today, snow likely with a high near 23, temperatures falling to around 21 in the afternoon. Tonight, snow before midnight, mostly cloudy with a low around 23, temperatures rising to around 25 overnight. Tomorrow, snow likely afternoon, mostly cloudy with a high near 31. Currently, it is 14 degrees and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
CVS Health supports people in the moments that matter, from picking up a prescription to connecting care. With nearly 5 million daily interactions and serving 185 million consumers and 1.5 million healthcare professionals, CVS Health holds a trusted place in healthcare. By simplifying care and improving health, we're helping people get the care they need. Learn more at cvshealth.com/Investor Day.
Firearms are the #1 cause of death among kids, but we know that healthcare workers can make a huge difference. This is why prevention is absolutely critical. It starts with listening to the community, leaning in on those conversations to better inform what is the approach that you want to take. You are the champions for change. You can be the catalyst for integrating firearm injury prevention strategies into your practice and really benefiting your community. Let's agree to agree that we all have a role to play in ending this crisis.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the better business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Welcome in, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. It's an orders update today. It is a terrific Tuesday. What is being served today on a beautiful golden platter here in the Fox River Valley area? That is what the Out to Lunch segment is here to do. Yes, we love to talk about local businesses, organizations, food and restaurants, arts and entertainment, and so much more. And of course, we love to recognize those local businesses, local groups, organizations to help promote in the area, right? And of course, as we are a local radio station, we love to partner with them, see what they have to offer, tell you what's going on too. And hey, you might have a business out there and you want to get the word around here. The radio, the YouTube side of things, our media network is a great way to, well, network, of course, hence why it's called Media Network. It's a tool. It is a medium that we use to get the word out, right? Just like, you know, you get the word out when you call someone on the phone or when you post something on social media. The radio is a great way to get the word out over the airwaves into your vehicles. You hear it with your ears, and then, of course, you reciprocate that too. So, of course, we have that available to you here on WRMN AM 1410. Not only that, of course, we also do have our YouTube side of things. YouTube is the media side where we bring in that digital aspect to it, that newer aspect, right? So many people are leaning into YouTube. I mean, you even look at back of the days of when YouTube first started in the 2000s and how simple it was. Even like, what was it? I think the first video ever posted on YouTube was a guy seeing an elephant at a zoo or something like that. It was some zoo video, right? And we've come such a long way when you look back at the past like that too. The same also applies to radio, but there's still that classical element to it. And that's what we want to strive to do, is to be that classical radio that we offer to you, the listeners out there. It's great to kind of have some of that nostalgia, that way of life of, hey, you know what? I'm used to the radio, and so it's still applicable. It's still on. But for those of you who are also interested in the media side of things, the newer technology that we've been seeing here, of course, join us on our YouTube page. YouTube is a great way to interact. We've got our comment section. We also do have our text line as well, too. You can text us pictures, information. I know the text line's always blowing up during the morning show, which is great. It gets you active in the morning, ready to start your day. And if you want to check out any previous shows, too, if you want to go back right now and rewatch the morning show, that stream is available under our live streams on WRMN 1410 on our YouTube channel. So please feel free to do that. Check out any other videos and interviews that we have available too on our YouTube channel. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you always keep up to date on what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and what's going on here on WRMN. It is a terrific Tuesday today. We've got some great programming that we want to, of course, mention here. But before we do that, let's go through our weather and temperatures for the day today. It's 10 past the hour here of the 11 o'clock segment. Let's take a look here and see what we've got. Currently, 17 degrees is that forecast right now. Now, my radar does say it feels like 4 degrees, so definitely chilly, definitely expected. Of course, the snow is sticking to the ground here that we got, and we are expecting to see some more snow coming through the next couple of days. Today's a high of 23. Snow showers developing in the afternoon with a chance of about 40%. It is predicted to be just a little bit of a lighter flurry of snow. Wind speeds around 10 to 15 miles per hour. I know yesterday it was quite windy out. Today it's going to be, or it currently is, a little bit more on the subtler side, a little more calm. The wind speed decided to take a little bit of a hiatus, or at least kind of take it a little slow here on this Tuesday. We do see a low of 21 degrees coming up. That's for tonight. Mainly cloudy. Chance of snow does arise to 60% chance. Heading on into Wednesday tomorrow, it's the last day of 2025 as we hop on into 2026. And of course, today we'll talk again, mentioning what are the local parties and celebrations that you can go to here in the Fox River Valley area. But tomorrow is a high of 32, variable cloudy with some snow showers, snow accumulations of about less than an inch. That snow is definitely going to stick throughout the day because temperatures continue to drop throughout the rest of the day, down to a low of about 8 degrees. And you know it, we live here in Illinois, especially northern part of Illinois. When it's 8 degrees, it feels like -8, right? So with that being said, it's going to be clear to partly cloudy, but very chilly coming up for tonight. Or I'm sorry, for tomorrow night. And I know a lot of people are traveling too, of course, for the celebration of New Year's. So maybe you're traveling far, maybe you're traveling just a short distance. No matter what the case might be, it's going to be very cold. So please make sure to allow yourself some time to get your vehicle ready by heating it up and making sure you've got everything that you need just in case of an accident. And we did talk a little bit about that earlier today during the community hour. Thursday is the first day of January, hopping into the new year here. We do start with cloudier skies. I know previously it was predicted to be sunny, but now it does say cloudy, at least as of right now. Chance of snow is only at about 15%. Wind speeds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Drops down to 16 as our low. Winds light and variable with a few clouds from time to time. For Friday the 2nd, we get closer into the first weekend of 2026. We see a high of 26 degrees coming up for Friday the 2nd. Some clouds in the morning giving way to mainly sunny skies for the afternoon. So that's going to be nice. With a drop down of a low of 13 degrees, a few clouds from time to time. Not a whole lot though, which means you'll be seeing that full moon in the sky most likely coming up for Friday. Into Saturday, we see a high of 25, mostly cloudy skies early, becoming partly cloudy later in the day. We see it dropping down to 17, partly cloudy, winds light and variable. Towards the tail end of this first coming up weekend for 2026, we see a high of 34. Some sun is predicted to be in the morning with increasing amount of clouds during that afternoon time. We see it dropping down only to 28 degrees with considerable amount of cloudiness coming through for Sunday night. And then finally for Monday and Tuesday next week, the 5th and the 6th, that's about a week from today, we see a high of 38 for Monday, partly cloudy skies throughout the majority of the day. It drops down to 21. And finally, for Tuesday the 6th, we see here a high of 32 degrees. Intervals of clouds and sunshine are accumulating, sticking around for the day, and then a few clouds from time to time coming up for Tuesday night, dropping down to that low of 21 degrees. So definitely winter temperatures that we are experiencing, and a few snow showers coming through at the middle of January. So stay tuned for that. You can keep yourself up to date on your device, tablet, laptop, computer, TV, of course, listening to the radio, checking out websites, reading the news, watching the news. So there's no excuse. You can get the weather pretty much anywhere from anywhere. So that's the weather and forecast for the rest of this week and also into next week. Let's hop on into our conversation story, or I'm sorry, not conversation story of the day. That'll be later in the time. Inspirational story to continue on your morning. Now, every day I do like to read these inspirational stories. talking a little bit with you on folks who want to share their experiences, right? And they want to do it in a way that shows what their experiences are with something that's inspirational, right? It's inspiring to them, and hopefully it can inspire you as well. A random dad helped me back out of a parking lot when I was struggling. This was posted a couple days ago, but it still applies. Happened last week. I had my car parked in my campus parking lot, which usually gets pretty full by the time I'm leaving. What was unusual that day was a police car parked behind me with no one around. I don't even know why they were there. Anyway, I tried backing out a few times as best as I could, but that just wouldn't work, and I panicked. I contemplated looking for the officer and asking them to drive away, but my social anxiety had me shaking at the thought. I had also noticed the car parked across from mine started, but didn't drive away. The couple in there seemed like they were watching me, which made me panic even more. I still didn't know what to do, and I felt a panic attack about to hit me. The moment I got out of my car, I was tearing up, so I didn't immediately notice the couple also getting out of theirs until the husband asked me if I needed help. At this point, I'm shaking, really not able to say anything, so I just nodded. I couldn't hear some of what he was saying, but I got him asking if he wanted him to back out for me. To which I nodded again and gave him my keys. I know, it made him up been the smartest thing, but again, I was panicking. While he backed out of the spot perfectly, the wife assured me that I was fine. Just like that, my car was freed and I got my keys back. I thanked both of them a lot and cried for real. They said goodbye, wished me a nice day, and drove away. Before I got back into my car, I noticed they had a daughter sitting in the back of their car. That man was a real girl dad. I'm so grateful people like these exist. And then at the bottom of the page, they write, sorry if my English is bad. I didn't think your English was bad, writer there. I think you did a good job, so no worries. Nice inspirational story. You can check this out and more posted. That is on sunnyskies.com. That's sunnyskies.com for more information. So feel free to check that out, of course. You can find fun and interesting stories, interesting news, jokes, videos, pictures, all of that, of course, that you can find. So feel free to check that out. That's sunnyskies.com for more information. We're going to take a quick time out here. It's 17 past the hour. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN, AM 1410. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Systems run everything. Government, economy, media, justice. They shape your choices, your opportunities, your future. But do they work for you or against you? On A Political Talk Show, we break them down, not to destroy, but to understand. Because if you don't see how the system works, you won't see when it's being manipulated or who's benefiting from it. Power belongs to those who know the rules, challenge the loopholes, and demand accountability. That starts with knowledge. That starts here. Join us weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. as we uncover what's really happening behind the headlines so you can decide for yourself what's fair, what's broken, and what needs to change. A Political Talk Show, breaking down the systems to build them up together. Right here, weekdays 4 to 6 on WRMN, the talk of the town.
Join your co-hosts Mike Tooman and Paul Burvitt on our weekly radio hour, Chief Guard of the Republic, where we talk about all things national security, defense, personal security, safety, and dealing with law enforcement situations. Call in 847-931-1410. Ask us questions. We will get you answers. Every week, Saturday, noon to 1 on 1410 AM WRMN Elgin. Streaming on WRMN1410.com. Chat with us on WRMN's YouTube live channel.
This year, America's First Responders Fest 2025 was a huge success, and we couldn't have done it without the Village of Burlington and Village President Mary Kay Welsen. Your support helped bring the Fox River Valley together in the Village of Hampshire to celebrate the heroes who keep us safe every day. Thank you, Village of Burlington, for standing behind America's First Responders Fest 2025 and for standing with those who serve.
When your car is making a strange noise, no matter what it is, you can't just pretend it's not happening.
That's an interesting sound.
It's like your mental health. If you're struggling and feeling overwhelmed, it's important to do something about it. It can be as simple as talking to someone in your community, or just taking a deep, calming breath when you need it. Nice. For mental health resources, check out loveyourmindtoday.org. At loveyourmindtoday.org, you'll find information that may help you get through a tough time. Things like tips for dealing with stress, how to navigate difficulties like financial worries, anger, substance use, and more. You can also find real stories of how people navigated their own mental health challenges. Because once you start to address the problem, you can go so much further. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today and being a part of the conversation here on your local radio station, providing you with news, talk, and entertainment, your trusted voice for all things there. Of course, thank you, as always, for tuning in. Thank you, everyone, for watching us, too, on that YouTube side of things, youtube.com/WRMN radio. What do we have for the day today? Well, of course, I'm going to be going through some fun things to talk about here. Word of the day, the National Day calendar, all that good stuff. And then, of course, we also do have a conversation story of the day today. And it does apply to the winter, the science behind how your winter jacket keeps you warm. We'll talk a little bit about that and more coming through at the tail end of the 11 o'clock hour. We will also be discussing here local businesses and organizations, and of course, talking about what's happening. What are some events that are coming up here? I know that, of course, tomorrow is already New Year's Eve, and then we've got New Year's Day following that. It's the holiday season for that. It's coming into the new year. Maybe you are looking forward to some exciting new things into the new year. Maybe you have a bucket list. All these great things, right? So we're going to be talking about that and more. We also do have our Tradio segment today at 12:30, so that's a great time to call into the studio number here at 847-931-1410. It's a great way to call in. You can call in if you've got an item you're looking to purchase, sell, trade, or announce. You can also text us any time of the day at 505-926-1410. That's the number to dial. So let's start off here, or continue on this segment here, talking just a little bit of some interesting facts. Maybe you knew about them, maybe you didn't. The term blood curdling, you've heard it before, right? The term blood curdling, it is not just an expression. Research actually shows that watching horror movies can increase a certain clotting protein in our blood. That's interesting. I watched a weird horror movie yesterday. It was an Australian horror movie called Violet. And Violet spelled with 2 T's. Kind of a strange film, a little uncanny. Some of the people in there are very uncanny looking. They chose some really great actors for that, where they've just got an uncanny feel to them. And it was quite creepy. I was like, ugh. Usually I make fun of horror movies and I enjoy them because they're fun to watch. But this one was a little on the creepier side, I have to admit. So I recommend it. It was interesting. It's a little bit of a slow burner film, but and it's a little weird too. It's random and weird. Some parts Ryan and I laughed at like we usually do, but some of it was like, ooh. Even my brother was like, I don't know, am I going to have some weird dreams tonight? I said, I don't know. I've never had nightmares like that before watching horror movies. So I don't know, but that's just me. Some folks out there can't watch horror movies, that's understandable, of course. Here's another interesting fact. A dog named Spike, who is a 4-legged star of Old Yeller, was adopted from a California animal shelter, reportedly for just $3. Why only $3? That's interesting. Here's another interesting one here. High schools and universities in New Zealand are allowed to keep up to a pound of uranium on the premises for educational purposes. I don't know about that one, but it's something that they can do. So there you go. And then finally, space has a distinct smell that is described as a mixture of diesel fumes, gunpowder, and barbecue. The odor is most likely produced by those dying stars. Very interesting. So if you want to read more on that, some interesting facts, big questions of the day and things like that, you can find that posted onto, of course, mentalfloss.com. Let's go through the word of the day today, recognized on this day, December 30th, 2025, and it is charisma. Charisma is a noun. It's charisma. Now, charisma, of course, refers to a special magnetic charm or appeal that causes people to feel attracted and excited by someone. I would also say also by something as well, too. A person with charisma is captivating and often admired. Right? Maybe we all have that little bit of charisma in us. Or maybe charisma is something that you want to start attaining maybe a little bit more of into the new year, whatever the case might be, right? So here's an example here. The young singer has the kind of charisma that turned a performer into a star. I'd also say certain objects have charisma to them too. Maybe something that's shiny or something that's elegant, right? I find a lot of charisma in jewelry. You see it on me all the time. I wear jewelry. I never go without wearing jewelry usually, unless I have to work in the garden, during the spring and summertime, get my hands dirty, that kind of thing. Even then I wear a necklace. So jewelry is something that I find charisma with, right? But there's also character and charisma and character, right? Everyone has some form of that charisma, something that, might attract some people, right? Even if you don't think it is, there's always someone out there, right? So charisma, again, referring to that special magnetic charm or appeal, right? And so in society, we always try to appeal to certain things, maybe even norms, or maybe you appeal to your own self and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to have my own style. And if people like it, they do. If not, they don't. Oh, well, right? So charisma can come in many different forms. I know in this particular instance, it definitely refers to a kind of talking on the person side of things, the human side of things, but charisma can come from a lot of different things as well. Charisma can come from a specific service. There's a service out there that a local business has, and it really shines through. It's something that's unique, right? Maybe your business has a unique charisma. Right. And so that's something that we here at WRMN love to do is we like to talk about your charismas. We like to talk about what are the businesses that you have, what are the services that you offer, and how do you bring your own personality and tailor it to people's needs while combining it within your business or organization, right? That's why we love having charismatic folks here on the air, right? Even if you're a little shy, there's still that charisma that's there, And so we hope to achieve that here to bring you that charisma on WRMN. If you have any suggestions for any other certain shows or topics, something that might bring some charisma to you, the listeners out there, you can always feel free to reach out to us at 847-741-7700. We hope to bring some charisma to you here in the Fox River Valley area. So let me tell you, the Fox River Valley has a lot of charisma. Each individual village, town, and city has their own charisma, something that really stands out, or multiple things. I wouldn't even say just one thing. There's multiple things that stand out in the community that we live in. So I know I'm talking a lot about this word charisma today, but I think it's a really good word that's recognized today and, put some detail into it, right? So there you go. That's the word of the day. It's charisma. Show off your own charisma. Be confident. Maybe this is something that you want to do in the new year 2026. But that's the word of the day today, recognized on the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Check it out for more information. That's merriam-webster.com. We are approaching to our bottom of the hour news and messages from our sponsors. If you do want to re-listen to the WRMN news segment, you can find it on YouTube. It'll also be replayed during the 5 o'clock hour. So it's still fresh news, of course, from the day. So if you want to listen in, that'll be coming up during the 5 o'clock hour. We also do have some other local programming as well. So we've got What's Cooking Today with Michael Horn coming up after Out to Lunch. We have another Talk Time with Tammy and Frez Best of Tuesday replays. I've gotten the system already here. And then we do have a political talk show from 4 until 5. It will be live, so it is a live segment. And it's going to be with our very own David Tees of Fantasy Football Blitz on Saturdays. And he's coming in to do the show there too. So stay tuned for that. And that is until 5 o'clock. 5 to 6 is the news. And then we've got I know Derek is out for Big Top Sports, so we'll just have some more AM 1410 dial programming there. Stay tuned for more. We'll be back after these messages here, bottom of the hour news, messages from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll go through the National Day calendar, and then we'll hop on into our conversation story of the day. Followed after that by local businesses and organizations in the Fox River Valley area. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by Progressive. As former House Speaker Michael Madigan spends the final days of 2025 in federal prison, the next filings in his corruption appeal are expected early next year. Court records show the government's brief is due January 30th, with Madigan's reply due February 20th. He has been denied release during the appeal. As Illinois begins requiring early literacy screenings in grades K through 3, some educators are raising concerns about the new mandate. Supporters say the law will identify reading problems sooner, while critics warn it could mislabel students as dyslexic without addressing gaps in how reading is taught. Illinois' statewide 1% grocery tax expires January 1st, but many shoppers will still pay it locally. More than half of Illinois municipalities have adopted their own grocery taxes. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Want to make 2026 your year of adventure? Book that trip and learn a new language with Babbel. Go ahead, make a resolution you can stick to. Now is the time. Babbel's New Year sale is here. Unlock all of the languages on Babbel with a lifetime subscription for 65% off. Turn your daydream into a destination this year with Babbel. Get Babbel's lifetime access for less at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-990-1551. That's 800-990-1551.
When disaster strikes, flood or fire, every second counts. At Emergency Construction Group, they specialize in immediate response and same-day service for any residential, commercial, or industrial emergency across the Chicagoland area. With over 30 years of experience, they've got the expertise, manpower, and equipment to handle any size loss fast. They follow strict IICRC guidelines to restore your property the right way, the first time. Their team values transparency, constant communication, and strong ethical standards because your peace of mind matters. Licensed, bonded, and insured, they're here for you 24/7, 365 days a year. Call 855-4ECG now. That's 855-432-4669. Or visit their website at emergencyconstructiongroup.com and let Emergency Construction Group put your life back together one step at a time. That's Emergency Construction Group. Your satisfaction is their passion.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Hot Hands, America's favorite hand warmers. Today, a chance of snow showers between noon and 1 p.m., then snow likely. Cloudy with a high near 23, temperatures falling to around 21. Tonight, snow before midnight, mostly cloudy with a low around 23, temperatures rising to around 25 overnight. Currently, it is 18 degrees and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, talking about what's being served up here in the Fox River Valley area. We hope you're enjoying the morning so far. Here again, temperatures staying in the 20s, eventually going to drop a little bit lower for tonight with a low of 8 degrees. It's going to be quite chilly outside, so make sure you're all bundled up and ready to go. Now, of course, we did discuss here during the community hour a little earlier, and if you want to rewatch that, of course, it's available on our live streams, previous live streams on YouTube. We did discuss here some of the warming centers that you can find in the different counties around the Fox River Valley area. To kind of generalize it a little bit more here, local libraries are a great way to warm up during the cold winter days. This also does apply for the scorching hot days during the summer as a cooling center. Local libraries, police stations, town halls, municipal buildings, things like that, right? And of course, you want to know exactly where to go. It's easy to look it up online. You can call your local village, town, or city government page. If you look up on there, they usually have some information. But generally speaking, if you happen to be closer into the Elgin area, Gail Borden Public Library is a nice warming center to go into. It's nice and heated in there. So plenty of space to also roam around. Check out some of the books and activities that are there, classes. If you need registration for specific things, legal-wise, they offer to do that too. You can get new stickers on your cars for when the new year comes, which I'm sure many of you have already done. And it makes the process easier. I think it's a little bit more expensive, but it makes the process go by easier rather than going to the DMV and waiting in the long lines. So with that being said, warming center is great to go during these cold, chillier days. Let's go through the National Day calendar. What do we have to recognize, celebrate, and enjoy today? Well, it is a fantastic day today for those of you out there, including myself, who do love this particular food option that goes good with, the saying is anything goes good with this, and it is bacon. It's National Bacon Day today, folks. Oh my goodness. Now, of course, with this day being recognized, we've got to talk about certain businesses that do offer bacon, especially on specific food choices and cuisines. And I'll give you some of those too and some testimonials coming up as well. So on December 30th each year, bacon lovers like myself celebrate one of nature's favored gifts. And that's Bacon Day today that is recognized. Everything is better with bacon, and someone said once, and our research shows very little to dispute this assertion. The United States and Canada make bacon from the pork belly. Other countries around the world use it as use the side and back cuts of pork. The meat is cured in either a salt brine or a salt pack, and is then either dried, boiled, or smoked. Bacon is a very popular food in the U.S. Of course, we know this. In 2020, over half of the U.S. population said they use a pound or more bacon that year, or more of bacon that year. You can also find many items flavored or scented with bacon on What's in Elliot's Mouth on WRMN. We even had a bacon-flavored soda. Not that great, but, you know, it happens. So we've tried that. Bacon-flavored soda, bacon-flavored candy. There's bacon you can put on donuts. So there's lots of different ways that you can put bacon on anything, really. So you even can do like weird foods with bacon on them. You can look them up and see, these different bacon dishes that you can try. Outrageous recipes. BuzzFeed has a whole list of outrageous recipes out there that are bacon. So bacon wrapped grilled cheese, or bacon caramel brownies is another one on this list, or candied bacon butter, right? Maple cinnamon roll, I'm mixing up the letters now. Bacon maple cinnamon rolls is another one. There's even chocolate peanut butter, bourbon, and bacon milkshake. Yes, that's a real thing that's out there. Double-decker mac and cheese stuffed bacon taco. You could do a slow cooker bacon-wrapped pork loin. Now, that sounds pretty good. For the holidays, for Christmas, my aunt made bacon-wrapped weenies, which were very delicious. I had about 10 of those. I mean, I had a lot of them. Bacon-wrapped tater tots. I mean, you could pretty much put bacon on pretty much anything. And you can find pretty much any recipe out there that features bacon. Bacon and salads is very good too. I do miss those Burger King salads where you can go bacon on them. Those were so good. I don't know why they got rid of those. Bacon cookies. Yes, even that too. So you can bake with bacon as we know it. So it is definitely a very, very versatile and charismatic food that's recognized today. And I'll tell you some of the great places that you can get bacon. One of them does include, all of them include local businesses here in the Fox River Valley area. But some of my favorite include bacon on burgers. I do like bacon burgers, whether it's a bacon cheeseburger or even just like a breakfast burger with bacon. Some places I recommend to you personally, the Village Squire restaurants, still my favorite to get the bacon cheeseburgers, and they're so delicious. And they still do have, currently right now until January 2nd, are their Karis pop-ups. So all of the different Karis family restaurants, they all serve great burgers there too. It's all under the same restaurant. Of course, Bob Karis owns them, Karis family restaurants. They always have great bacon burgers there that I enjoy. But Village Squire, as the young people say, hits a little different. And that's something that I really enjoy a lot is their bacon cheeseburgers there at Village Squire. So if you've never been before, I recommend it. There's the South Elgin. There's also the West Dundee location. And then the newly renovated Squire on the Square in Woodstock also is a great opportunity to get those great bacon cheeseburgers too. When it comes to bacon in terms of breakfast, I think Maple and Hash is good to get bacon there. There's also Southern Bells in Carpentersville is another good place that offers really good bacon. Alexander's is another Karis family restaurant that has really good bacon for breakfast too. There's lots of places that offer, of course, bacon salads and things like that. But with it being National Bacon Day today, I thought I might give some little testimonials on some of those great local Fox River Valley locations that offer some good burgers. There's tons of different places. Right around the corner here, Elgin Public House has really great bacon cheeseburgers there too. Or, you can add bacon to this, that, and another thing, right? So lots of good places offer great bacon. I love the BLTs at Blue Box right around the corner here too. That's another great place to get some good bacon there. And you get that high quality style of bacon. There was a point in time where it was a little thinner. Now they've gone back to that higher quality applewood smoked bacon. So it's very good. But that's a day recognized today. I could talk about loads of other places that offer really good bacon choices. Za Factory has great bacon cheeseburgers. And again, not just cheeseburgers for the bacon, but bacon on a lot of different things. We're talking a lot about bacon today, as you know. With that being said, it being National Bacon Day today. Let's move on a little bit from the bacon side of things. Let's see some other days that are recognized. Now, of course, National Today and National Day calendar highlight the biggest days, the most celebrated, Bacon Day being the one on both of these lists. It is also National Resolution Planning Day. This is kind of the day where we start to kind of percolate a little bit, conjure up our maybe New Year's resolutions. That is, if you do them. I think there was a trend last year where people were like, we're not doing this anymore, these New Year's resolutions. This is not going to work out. So our New Year's resolution next year is going to be to not have a New Year's resolution, right? But you can still do New Year's resolutions. I think it's a good way to kind of pre-plan some things, Don't get too discouraged if they don't work out, though, too. Give yourself some time and a little bit of grace. Only about 10% of people are successful, really, at keeping their resolutions through the year. That's actually based off of a study. So with that being said, there's still, of course, certain elements that we can take from having those New Year's resolutions. Something might not necessarily work out right away, but it might work out in our favor down the road, right? It might not be immediate. It might be something that's in progress throughout the years, right? So those New Year's resolutions don't necessarily have to be right there, right when it starts. It's going to be successful right away, right? So, and there's a lot of different blog posts and articles and studies that you can find about New Year's resolutions. Is it healthy? Is it not? Just depends on the individual there, of course. But with that being said, I think it's good to kind of plan a little bit ahead, give yourself a little bit of a heads up there, get some excitement starting in the new year too. So, New Year's resolutions have been around since the beginning of time, really. people, saying, I want to start doing this at the specific time, right? I mean, even ancient Egyptians celebrated something called Wepet Renpet, which meant opening of the year, where they celebrated and they made those resolutions saying, this year, I'm going to do this differently, or I'm going to do that differently too. But there's definitely, I think, sometimes a lot of pressure when it comes to New Year's resolutions. So like I said, give yourself time and grace. It's not always going to be perfect. In fact, it never will be absolutely perfect. I mean, perfect. What is that, right? That's another conversation. But with that being said, it is National Resolution Planning Day. So if there are some things that you really want to plan, it's good to do that though too. Maybe you want to eat a little bit healthier this year. Whatever the case might be. Maybe you want to clean out your attic or basement this year. Maybe you want to take up a new hobby. Write these things down and then kind of meditate on them a little bit. But don't give yourself too much pressure into making sure that they absolutely happen by a specific time or deadline. Although that can be very good for people to kind of give themselves a schedule, it's going to be different for everyone, of course. So that's just me. That's just how I am. I always say, it's going to be different for everyone. But those are the national days. Not a whole lot that's recognized today other than celeb birthdays. But if you want to check out all that information, that is on National Today and National Day calendar. Coming up next, we have our break. When we come back, we'll talk about new materials and old physics, the science behind how your winter jacket keeps you warm. Stay tuned for more here on Out to Lunch. WRMN will be back after these messages.
Get ready for an unforgettable night out in downtown St. Charles at O-Shows, where live music, dining, and entertainment come alive. Visit the iconic Arcada Theater at 105 East Main Street and experience the venue voted Chicagoland's premier entertainment destination. Whether you're enjoying a headliner concert, dining at Rock and Ravioli, or hitting the speakeasy at Club Arcada, O-Shows creates memories. Tickets and event info at oshows.com, and you can call 630-962-7000. That's 630-962-7000. Make your reservation, bring your friends, and plan your next event at O-Shows. Live music, dining, and entertainment, all in one place. Visit oshows.com and join the fun tonight. Supporter of the America's First Responder Fest.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
When your car needs trusted care, think All Around Auto Body in Schaumburg. Family owned for over 30 years, they deliver high-quality collision repair and dependable service from start to finish. Call 847-352-3825. They're located at 501 Morse Avenue in Unit D. Get your vehicle back in shape with the experts who care. All Around Auto Body, where your car is treated like family. Call 847-352-3825 today. Proud sponsors of America's First Responders Fest.
If you turned 65 recently like me, it's important you find a Medicare Advantage plan that gives you the coverage you're looking for. But finding one can be difficult. The best thing I did, and I suggest you do the same, is call a licensed insurance agent and let them walk you through your Medicare Advantage plan options. There are so many benefits you have access to, so make the call now and let the representatives explain everything to you. Our licensed insurance agents can offer you a variety of Medicare Advantage plans. Plus, the call is free, the information is free, and there's no obligation to enroll. We're here to make it easy for you to select a Medicare Advantage plan that may work for your needs. Finding a Medicare Advantage plan can be easy if you do what I did. Make a quick call right now to learn more. Thank you.
800-433-3082. 800-433-3082. 800-433-3082. That's 800-433-3082.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the valley and the talk of the town. We hope you're enjoying this morning so far. We're kicking it off to the afternoon very shortly here. We'll also be in our Tradio segment. If you are looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, that'll be coming up at 12:30. So you don't want to miss out on that great opportunity to announce something that's coming up. You've got a business, organization, an event that's coming up that you want to announce here onto the AM 1410 dial and on YouTube. To the listeners and the community out there, that's a great opportunity to do that. We're here for you. Now, as we know, of course, it's the cold days of winter. We all want to make sure that we're wearing layers. We're bundling up, doing what we can to keep warm. Sometimes we don't even think about it. We grab that particular coat from our closet and we slip it on and we're set and ready to go for the cold weather, to beat the cold weather. But sometimes we don't really think a whole lot about the science behind it. Well, this is an article written by Wang Hyong and Longji Kui, who are both from the University of Colorado Boulder. And they wrote this article just a couple days ago on theconversation.com, and it talks about new materials and old physics, the science behind how your winter jacket keeps you warm. As the weather grows cold this winter, you may be one of the many Americans pulling their winter jackets out of the closet. Not only can this extra layer keep you warm on a chilly day, but modern winter jackets are also a testament to centuries-old physics and cutting-edge material science. Winter jackets keep you warm by managing heat through the three classical modes of heat transfer. The first one is conduction, second one is convection, and the third one is radiation, all while remaining breathable so sweat can escape. Now, they do provide here a little bit of a display or an image that you can see here on this article if you're watching on YouTube. So they give a little bit of that scientific representation and showing it through this article, for example, in a fireplace. So, for example, in a fireplace, heat transfer occurs by all three methods: conduction, convection, and also radiation. The radiation is responsible for most of the heat transferred into the room. So there's kind of an example in a diorama or show frame to show you that. So again, the physics has really been around for centuries, yet modern material innovations represent a leap forward that let those principles shine. So it's old science with a new glow. Physicists like them, like they write here, physicists like us who study heat transfer sometimes see thermal science as settled. Isaac Newton first described convection cooling, the heat loss driven by the fluid motion that sweeps thermal energy away from that surface, in the early 18th century. Joseph Fourier's 1822 analytical theory of heat then put conduction, the transfer of thermal energy through direct physical contact, on mathematical footing. Late 19th century work by Joseph Stefan and Ludwig Boltzmann, followed by work of Max Planck, and at the dawn of the 20th century, made thermal radiation a pillar for modern physics. All these principles inform modern materials design. Yet that feels new today are not the equations, but the textiles. The textiles feel new, right? Over the last 2 decades, engineers have developed extremely thin synthetic fibers that trap heat more effectively and efficiently, and treatments that make natural down repel water instead of soaking it up. They've designed breathable membranes full of tiny pores that let sweat escape, thin reflective layers that bounce your body heat back towards you, coatings that store and release heat as the temperatures change, and also ultralight materials, which can really be helpful. So again, these innovations all put together, they give designers far more control over warmth, breathability, and comfort than ever before. That's why jackets now feel warmer, lighter, and drier than anything Newton or Fourier could have imagined. So conduction is a direct flow of heat from your warm body into your colder surroundings. In winter, all that heat escaping your body makes you feel cold. Insulation fights conduction by trapping air in a web of tiny pockets. Then what it does is it slows down the heat's escape. It keeps the air still and it lengthens the path that heat must take to get out. High loft down makes up the expansive, fluffy clusters of feathers that create the volume inside a puffier jacket. Combined with modern synthetic fibers, the down immobilizes warm air and it slows its escape. New types of fabrics infused with these highly porous, ultralight materials called aerogels pack even more insulation into the surprisingly slim layers. A good winter jacket also needs to withstand wind, which of course can strip away the thin boundary layer of warm air that naturally forms around you. A jacket with a good outer shell blocks the wind's pumping action with tightly woven fabric that keeps heat in. Some jackets also have an outer layer of lamination that keeps water and cold air out, and a woven pattern that seals any paths heat might leak through around the cuffs, hems, flaps, and collars. The outer membrane layer on many of these jacket shells is both waterproof and breathable. It stops rain and snow from getting in. It also lets your sweat escape as water vapor. This key feature is because of insulation such as down, stops working if it gets wet. Hence why these materials help to keep that water out. It loses its fluff and can't trap air, meaning you cool quickly. So there's also another display here that's featured on this article that does tell a little bit about it. It shows that radiation shield, the insulation materials, and the membrane, the waterproof and breathable top part of it, right? So kind of goes through a little bit that on the scientific side of things. So there are these new tricks to reflect infrared heat. Even in still air, your body sheds heat by emitting invisible waves of heat energy. Modern jackets address this by using these new types of cloth and technology that make the jacket's inner surface reflect your body's heat back towards you. Now, some liners in these jackets use microdot patterns. The reflective dots bounce heat back, while the gaps between them keep the material breathable and allow sweat to escape. So there's a lot of science behind this, our jackets, and sometimes we don't even think about it. And then, of course, when it comes to the future, there are some new materials that are coming. New types of unique materials and surfaces with ultrafine patterns are already allowing scientists to better control how heat travels through textiles. Managing warmth in clothing is part of a border heat management challenge in engineering that spans microchips, data centers, spacecraft, and life support systems. So, today's jackets don't need a new law of thermodynamics to work. They couple basic physics with the use of precisely engineered materials and thermal fabric specifically made to keep heat locked in. That marriage is why today's winter wear feels like a leap forward. I think we can all experience that, right, too? We got a nice jacket that we wear, even ones that are not super expensive. That science that has, of course, progressed throughout the time and the discoveries have helped to make us feel warmer when we wear these jackets. Hence why it works, because the science is continuing to grow and the discoveries continuing to grow, and people are interested in helping each other with the scientific discovery to make life a little bit more durable and easy, especially during these cold days, especially if you live in Illinois and you never really know when those weather and temperatures are going to be. If you want to read a little bit more on this interesting article, you can find it on theconversation.com. Coming up next is our 12 o'clock segment. Stay tuned for more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN. When your car's feeling sluggish, don't stress. Just bring it down to Britain's Express Oil and Lube on Larkin Avenue in Elgin. For a fast, friendly 10-minute oil change and a full 18-point inspection, they've got you covered. Whether it's engine service, fluids, filters, or headlight check, they do it right, and they do it fast. Family run, quality service, right in your neighborhood. Swing by today and keep your ride running smooth. Britain's Express Oil and Lube, your car's health partner in Elgin, a proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
Before the weather gets too cold, it's time to finish up those outdoor jobs. That's why ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and to the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 12 o'clock.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Progressive. As former House Speaker Michael Madigan spends the final days of 2025 in federal prison, the next filings in his corruption appeal are expected early next year. Court records show the government's brief is due January 30th, with Madigan's reply due February 20th. He has been denied release during the appeal. As Illinois begins requiring early literacy screenings in grades K through 3, some educators are raising concerns about the new mandate. Supporters say the law will identify reading problems sooner, while critics warn it could mislabel students as dyslexic without addressing gaps in how reading is taught. Illinois' statewide 1% grocery tax expires January 1st, but many shoppers will still pay it locally. More than half of Illinois municipalities have adopted their own grocery taxes. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Want to make 2026 your year of adventure? Book that trip and learn a new language with Babbel. Go ahead, make a resolution you can stick to. Now is the time. Babbel's New Year sale is here. Unlock all of the languages on Babbel with a lifetime subscription for 65% off. Turn your daydream into a destination this year with Babbel. Get Babbel's lifetime access for less at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-990-1551. That's 800-990-1551.
Progressive Insurance presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Bears losing to the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday night in a wild back-and-forth game, 42-38. They dropped to 11-5. Caleb Williams, 330 yards passing, had 2 touchdowns, finding Luther Burden and Colston Loveland for scores. DeAndre Swift ran for 2 touchdowns, finishing with 54 yards on the ground. Burden had 8 catches for 138 yards, but the Niners got the go-ahead touchdown with 2:15 remaining. On the ensuing drive, the Bears come up short as Williams' pass into the end zone was incomplete as time expired. Sunday in the NHL, the Blackhawks, they fell to the Pittsburgh Penguins by a score of 7-3. They have now lost 7 of their last 8 as they continue to play without Connor Bedard. Bulls in action tonight against Minnesota. The sports update brought to you by Progressive. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chris Campbell on WRMN, the talk of the town.
December deal drops at Lowe's are wrapping up, but there's still time to snag something worth bragging about. Get up to 40% off select major appliances, and members save an additional $100 on a new and exclusive Samsung French door refrigerator, now just $18.99. Need new tools? Select tools and accessories are up to 45% off this week. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 12/24. While supplies last, selection varies by location. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Hot Hands, America's favorite hand warmers. Today, a chance of snow showers between noon and 1 p.m., then snow likely. Cloudy with a high near 23, temperatures falling to around 21. Tonight, snow before midnight, mostly cloudy with a low around 23, temperatures rising to around 25 overnight. Currently, it is 18 degrees and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
Building a house is hard, but have you tried removing one? Flood Brothers takes the mess out of demolition. With fast roll-off dumpster delivery, reliable debris pickup, and a family-owned team that takes service personally. Call 630-261-0400 or visit floodbrothersdisposal.com. Flood Brothers Disposal, proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
When it comes to orthopedic and spine surgery, Prime Healthcare St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin leads the way. Recognized by U.S. News and World Report as a high performer across multiple surgery types, we offer advanced and minimally invasive procedures supported by state-of-the-art imaging technology. Our expert surgeons and compassionate care teams are here to help you move, heal, and live better every step of the way. St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, exceptional care close to home.
And welcome back, folks. It is the 12 o'clock segment here on WRMN's Out to Lunch. This is your host, Matt McNeil, taking you into the afternoon time, the start of the afternoon. We hope that you are enjoying this day so far as we kick it off to the afternoon. Temperatures are continuing to stay in the 20s here today. A high of 23 is in that forecast. Cloudy skies, snow showers developing in the afternoon with a low of 21 degrees coming up for tonight. That is a chance of snow at about 60%. Heading on into Wednesday, the 31st, we do see a variable amount of clouds and snow showers, snow accumulations of less than 1 inch. That's going to be for the 31st. We see a low of 8 degrees coming through, clear to partly cloudy, and that's going to be for Wednesday night. As we get into Thursday here, we are going to be seeing about a high of 21 degrees. That's going to be in that forecast with a low of 16. It is going to be somewhat overcast pretty much throughout the majority of the day for Thursday. But then Friday's predicted to be that nice day of 26. 26 degrees is going to be in that forecast with some beautiful sunny skies. A few clouds from time to time, but pretty much nice and sunny. And it's going to be mainly clear coming up for Friday night with a low of 13. Heading on into Saturday, into the weekend, we do see a high of 25 degrees and a low of 17. Mostly cloudy skies early, will become partly cloudy later in the day. Heading on into Sunday, we see a high of 34, some sun in the morning with an increasing amount of clouds during the afternoon. We see it dropping down to a low of 28 degrees coming through. That's going to be coming up for Sunday night. Monday the 5th, we see partly cloudy skies and a high of 38, almost hitting it up to 40 degrees, dropping down to 21 as our low. That will be for Monday night. And then next Tuesday the 6th, we see a high of 32, intervals of clouds and sunshine with a low of 21 degrees coming up and a few clouds from time to time. That is for Tuesday night. So that's the weather and forecast that we're seeing here for the rest of this week and also into next week. You are listening to WRMN AM 1410. Let's go through what we have for our programming. We've got today, of course, Out to Lunch happening now until 1 o'clock. We have our Tradio segment coming up at 12:30. So that's a great time to call in for our Tradio segment at 847-931-1410. After that, we'll go through what's happening locally in the Fox River Valley area, keeping you in tune with what are some fun things coming up. Starting at 1 o'clock today, we have What's Cooking Today on CRN with Michael Horn. He loves to talk about food, wine, travel, lifestyle, and entertainment. What's great about him, too, is he also does mention the National Day calendar as well. He mentions it a little differently than me, talks a little bit more in detail on specific things or generalizes, just kind of depends there. But it's a great way to kind of bounce off each other in that way. It works well. So that's what's cooking today from 1 until 2 o'clock. We have talk time, pardon me, talk time with Tammy and friends. Coming up today, it's a replay best of Tuesday edition. So that's going to be with Nancy and Tammy, of course. That'll be a replay. That'll be from 2 until 4 o'clock in our programming. And then we also do have from 4 to 5 live here in studio. It's a political talk show with David Tease. David Tease is going to be taking over for the show. That'll be coming up today. That'll be from 4 until 5 o'clock. Now, you can also listen to David Tease along with John Payne on Fantasy Football Blitz every Saturday from 9 until 10 o'clock. If you want to get a little inside scoop on all the things Blitz related to fantasy football, too. We also do have the 5 o'clock news segment from 5 to 6, and then into a little more local programming coming up, AM 1410 dial programming coming up later tonight. Don't forget, we also do have our New Year's Eve show coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow's the New Year's Eve show, so it's going to be a good one. We'll be out here till midnight saying a Happy New Year, wishing everyone a fantastic 2026. It's going to be a good time, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget, of course, our local weekend programming is also available for you to join in and listen into the conversation. We've got Truth About Chicago Sports with Marcus Mack from 8 until 9 o'clock. Fantasy Football Blitz with David Tease and John Payne from 9 until 10. We've got On the Rise with Mike Napolitano, Nick Johnston, and Dalton Cooper. That is from 10 until 12 o'clock. We also have Chief Guard of the Republic. That's with Michael Tuman and Paul Burvid. I'm also here to produce the show too, and maybe make little comments here and there as well. Make sure everything runs nice and smoothly. I always enjoy doing the show with him. It's always a great time, and he has such great insights and interesting conversations as well too. And quite a few people do call in and also do make comments on YouTube and also on our text line as well. So that's a great show to listen to. That is Chief Guard of the Republic. And you can also visit his website at scilink.net. He's got links to his own YouTube channel that he reposts on. He's got links to some of the fun places that he enjoys going to. Of course, the Dunkin' Donuts Veterans every Tuesdays, the Tuesdays on Dempster. He's also part of the American Legion in Schiller Park. And then also he loves Blue Box. He always gets a Blue Box coffee whenever he comes in. So great show to listen to, and some other great local programming as well. If you do want to listen to the AM 1410 dial programming that we receive on the stick, there's also some great weekend programming, including Rich on Tech with Rich DeMuro, who does a really, really good job. 3 hours of fantastic information when it comes to all things technology, AI, what we're seeing, what the trends we are seeing right now, what we're going to be seeing, innovative technology, business insights, all these great things. He does such a great job. So definitely listen to that. And of course, you can find all of what I'm talking about here and more local programming and other programming that we feature here on WRMN on our website, WRMN1410.com. And if you're listening to me right now and you're saying, you know what? I would love to have a show. We would love to talk to you. Feel free to reach out to us today, 847-741-7700. Maybe you are interested in having a show or even podcasting. We offer that too. So we offer these different mediums to make sure that you are getting what you need to help to promote what your business or your service or what you have to show off, right? Your charisma. That's the word of the day today. So feel free to reach out to us. We would love to talk to you. We'd love to work with you. And we hope that we can tailor to your needs because that's what we want to do here on WRMN is being a part of the community and working together. And having a good time doing it too. It doesn't have to be something super stressful. It can be a good time to come together and to talk to people and to recognize these awesome businesses and communities and organizations all in the Fox River Valley, because there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes. There's a lot of talent that's out there. There's a lot of innovation. There's a lot of growth, and we don't want to hide that. We want to share it with each other and help build each other up. And I think that's something that we really want to strive to do even more coming up in 2026 is to lean on one another and support each other. I think that that's a great way and a great outlook in life just in general too, to help each other in the community, the strong community that we live in. So with that being said, we're going to take our quick time out very shortly here. When we come back, we will discuss more about what's happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. So stay tuned for that. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN. Stay tuned.
Kick off your weekend with a little flair. It's Dino's Night Out, every Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on WRMN 1410 AM. Dino brings you the best of the Fox Valley's entertainment scene. Live music, local artists, street festivals, great eats, and the personalities behind them. If it's happening, Dino's talking about it. And bringing the spotlight is none other than the legendary Arcada Theater, located at 105 East Main Street in St. Charles. Catch dinner, drinks, and a show, all under one historic roof. So whether you're making plans or just love to know what's hot, make it a date with Dino's Night Out, Fridays, 2 to 4 p.m. on WRMN 1410 AM, or stream it live at WRMN1410.com. Dino's Night Out, powered by the Arcada Theater, where Fox Valley comes to play.
Looking to set sail on your dream vacation? Cruises International has you covered. Specializing in land and sea getaways, they're here to make your vacation unforgettable. Located at 1721 Moon Lake Boulevard in Hoffman Estates, they offer personalized service with a global network of specialists to ensure your trip is tailor-made just for you. Call today at 800-255-7447 to speak with a cruise and vacation expert. And don't miss Travel Tuesdays on WRMN AM 1410 every first Tuesday of the month from 11 to 12 p.m. on Out to Lunch. That's Cruises International. Your vacation, your way.
For a little lighthearted lawlessness on Sunday afternoons, listen to Handle on the Law from 4 to 7 p.m. Handle on the Law is a unique combination of useful legal advice and outrageous handle remarks. Whether you're talking about Big Brother, big business, big legal problems, or Big Macs, you'll rarely find Bill without an opinion. His rapid-fire commentary gives listeners the information they crave in the way they crave it. It's Handle on the Law, Sunday afternoons from 4 to 7 p.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
The Live Like Rue Foundation is a 501c3 charitable organization that assists owners and their pets through a cancer diagnosis by providing financial and emotional support. In memory of a dog named Rue, the foundation helps local shelters and rescuers by sponsoring animals with cancer who do not yet have a forever home. Live Like Rue is a beacon of light during a dark time. For support for your pet or to donate or volunteer, please go to livelikeRue.org. Again, livelikeRue.org.
Ever tried balancing a dozen eggs in one hand while hopping on one foot? Or maybe juggling cats while riding the unicycle? Sounds ridiculous, right? But guess what? That's exactly what texting while driving is like. Your human brain only has the capacity to focus on one thing at a time. So when you're behind the wheel, give driving your undivided attention.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley, and the talk of the town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Thank you, everyone, of course, for tuning in today. We still have some time left here before we kick it off to our 12:30 segment of our Tradio. If you are looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, you can find that, of course, during our radio segment at 12:30. It starts at 12:34, actually. Now, of course, it is the New Year's coming up here, and maybe you might be interested in knowing a little bit about some of the numbers for 2026 when it comes to different businesses, right? And maybe you can get inspired if you want to start a business. There is an interesting article. I'm not going to read through it, the whole thing, just because we only have so much time to talk about other things too. But it's called tailorbrands.com. It's a blog post. I think it's a really good one. If anyone's interested, I can send you the link. But it does tell you some stats about small business ownership by demographics and what are some things that we are expecting to see in 2026. Some of the things I'll tell you a little bit. Consulting and clothing are going to be the biggest ones, the fastest growing industries for small businesses in 2026. That's what, according to tailorbrands.com, is what we're seeing. Consulting, meanwhile, is offering a natural transition for business ownership for people who were previously employed by another company. Now, if a person gains a lot of experience at their job as a marketer, for example, they may be well positioned to start a marketing consulting business. There's also digital presence for small businesses. We've been seeing it coming up on the rise here. We've been, of course, making a big, larger digital presence here on WRMN. So you look back 5 years ago, and we didn't have YouTube. We didn't use YouTube. We used Facebook Live. But now we do our YouTube side of things. We have podcasting. So we are definitely innovating with these technologies. We're using these mediums and expanding on that. So we're also going to be noticing that even continuing to grow with small businesses with digital presence. Today, over 51% of all businesses in the United States are conducted online, meaning that for the first time in history, our economy exists more in the digital space than it does in the physical one. But of course, something that we do offer here on WRMN is that physical space, the physical opportunity to come in here to our beautiful AM 1410 studio, sit in that hot seat right in front of the on-air sign, and converse with us. Tell us about your business. Tell us about your organization. Tell us about what you're passionate about, what you're inspired to do, why you do what you love, why you love doing what you do, and why you do it, right? Sell the why you do it, right? You can sell the what. You can tell, okay, this is the product that I have here. Look, this is what I've got. I'm selling the what. This is the physical item. But when you sell the why do you like doing this? What is something that inspires you? Why do you get up every day and do what you love to do? That's what's really important too, especially. And people are going to really notice that charisma, like I've been saying today. So with that being said, again, just some fun things to think about during the new year in 2026. If you want to look at some of those stats, it's interesting. You can find it. It's on tailorbrands.com for more information. Let's continue on here and see what's going on locally in the Fox River Valley area. It's that Fox Valley 411. ExploreElginArea.com is always up to date and on par with what is happening, of course, to explore the area. Recently posting here, New Year's resolution, eat more tacos. Why wait until January 1st to start? The Elgin Area Taco Trail is the ultimate winter bucket list. From authentic street tacos to modern fusions, they've got 17 stops that'll keep your taste buds dancing all throughout the holidays. All you have to do is sign up for your free passport, check in at the participating Elgin area spots, get 10 stamps to enter into their drawing, and don't let the December chill stop the feast. Start your journey today. So if you want to plan a little bit ahead there, or get into it, sign up for your passport, start your delicious journey today. You can find it at exploreelginarea.com. They've got a good list of some fantastic places to go to. Newly renovated El Molino Mexican Restaurant in Carpentersville, Old Republic Kitchen and Bar in Elgin, Inches Tacos in Hampshire, or Las Gorditas de Don Angel, number 4, is another one to go to. So you can get some of these delicious tacos all within the Fox River Valley area, supporting those local businesses. So if you want to check out that taco trail, you can find it on exploreelginarea.com. And they've got a cute little logo there. I like that. So if you want to sign up for that, check it out. Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce is wishing your business growth, success, and exciting opportunities in 2026. Thank you for working with them as part of your journey. If you want to check out more information on the Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce, please feel free to do so. Check out more info on their website. Recently, we did have, of course, the Elgin Area Chamber chat. We had Tony in here subbing in for Carol Gieske. And that is the every fourth Tuesday of the month on Tuesdays there. That's the Chamber Chat, talking about what's happening in the Elgin area, different businesses and local organizations, maybe even schools and facilities too, that is discussed. So you can keep up to date on that too if you follow them on their social media sites and sign up for their newsletters. So definitely a good one to check out. You can also try to coordinate a weekend getaway that everyone actually likes. This is something Explore Elgin area also posted. If you're looking for some New Year's Eve and New Year's Day hot spots to go to, they have a great list suggested for you. Mockingbird Bar and Garden, or Emmett's in West Dundee, Martini Room, and a lot of these other great places that are offering some special events, including New Year's Eve and New Year's Day fun activities. And so you can find all of that and more on these different social media sites. But we'll definitely go through that again, telling you what are some of the hot spots to go to. And if you have kids, or maybe yourself are just kind of, I don't like to stay up that late, there are some New Year's Eve parties too that are great to go to locally in the area. So definitely some good places to go to. Don't forget, of course, that you can grab a bite to eat at some really cool places that you can go to in the Fox River Valley area. Some places that I like to recommend to you, of course, Village Squire is a great place. I also really like Hart's Garage in Pingree Grove. That's me and my friend Charlie's hotspot that we go to pretty much almost every time we meet up. If it's not pizza, it's at his house. It's usually Hart's Garage or Nico's next door in Pingree Grove. It's a great place to go to, easy to get to. If you cross Randall onto 72, you're all set and ready to go. Just taking it the straight way that way too. You think you make a turn somewhere else. I can't remember the roads. I'm horrible at those roads. That's something new this year I want to start doing, is maybe not using my GPS as much and trying to learn a little bit more on the streets and the roads, just in case something happens where God forbid, technology just crashes or something. I don't know. I don't want to I don't want to jinx it, but you know what I mean. So there's lots of different places that you can go to. Grab those bites to eat, folks, and enjoy yourself. Locate these small businesses, local businesses, and help support them, because so much of the money does go back into the community. Moving a little forward here, we're going to talk more about what's happening locally in the Fox River Valley. We've got Happy New Year parties and New Year's Eve discussions to talk about here too. Gail Borden Public Library tomorrow, 11:30 to 12:30, is ringing in that new year with stories, songs, and activities. If you prefer to maybe have a New Year's Eve party instead of going out at night, or maybe, of course, double down on those fantastic parties, then, of course, you can do both. Right? Of course you can. It's the holidays. So it's the Happy New Year party at Gail Borden Public Library. And if you can't stay up until midnight, you can still don your fancy outfits if you like to. Now, this is best for ages 2 to 6, and you can register for each child individually. But you can find that information and registration posted onto the Gail Borden Public Library's main website. So if you want to register, of course, you can find that too. They also do have new picks for 2025, or the last minute picks for 2025. For books, movies, TVs, CDs, podcasts, and then, of course, also what's coming up in 2026. A couple other places are offering some great things, too. Celebrate New Year's Eve with Mockingbird Bar and Garden of East Dundee. It's going to be a magical experience, and it's a great way to gather together in the community in 2026. Now, there are 2 seatings available. I know that the seating at 8:30 is sold out. So there's still available seating at 5:30. That's their sunset seating. The tickets are still available, but they're going out fast, folks. So if you want to plan now, probably the best time to do so, especially if you're looking for those activities to do and you don't really know what to do. Now, hey, maybe you're having a home party. Maybe you're going to another home party somewhere else. I know I'll be doing that coming up tomorrow. My boyfriend's friend's house, they're having a party. So I'll be out there, but definitely stay tuned for more here on WRMN. Coming up next, we do have our Tradio segment. If you're looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, maybe you know of a place that we haven't announced here on WRMN that's having a New Year's Eve party or something that's going on, please feel free to call in at 847-931-1410. Or, of course, you can also text us at 505-926-1410. Let us know if there's something that's going on. You got an item that you want to clear out of your house? feel free to post it on Tradio. We encourage you to send over pictures, videos, information, flyers, stats to our text line. We'll post it on the screen with your permission, and we'll do that coming up next. Stay tuned for more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by Rain-X. As Illinois begins requiring early literacy screenings in grades K through 3, some educators are raising concerns about the new mandate. Supporters say the law will identify reading problems sooner, while critics warn it could mislabel students as dyslexic without addressing gaps in how reading is taught. Illinois' statewide 1% grocery tax expires January 1st, but many shoppers will still pay it locally. More than half of Illinois municipalities have adopted their own grocery taxes. As former House Speaker Michael Madigan spends the final days of 2025 in federal prison, the next filings in his corruption appeal are expected early next year. Court records show the government's brief is due January 30th, with Madigan's reply due February 20th. He has been denied release during the appeal. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
CVS Health supports people in the moments that matter, from picking up a prescription to connecting care. With nearly 5 million daily interactions and serving 185 million consumers and 1.5 million healthcare professionals, CVS Health holds a trusted place in healthcare. By simplifying care and improving health, we're helping people get the care they need. Learn more at cvshealth.com/investor day.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-990-1551. That's 800-990-1551.
Are you dreaming of a getaway? Want to leave the stress of daily life behind? Whether it's a relaxing cruise or an adventurous land escape, planning the perfect vacation doesn't have to be a hassle. At Cruises International, they specialize in vacation destinations, land and sea, making your dreams come true. Located at 1721 Moon Lake Boulevard in Hoffman Estates, Cruises International isn't just about booking travel. They're your personal concierge, trusted travel advisor, and advocate. Your preferences are unique, and they'll take the time to understand exactly what you're looking for. From personalized service to their global network of specialists, they ensure that your vacation is tailor-made just for you. It's time to plan the vacation of a lifetime. Call 800-255-7447. That's 800-255-7447 today and speak to a cruise and vacation expert. Cruises International. It's time to set sail to your dream destination.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Brought to you by Hot Hands, America's favorite hand warmers. This afternoon, snow likely with a high near 23, temperatures falling to around 21. Cloudy with a strong chance of snow. Tonight, snow before midnight, mostly cloudy with a low around 23, temperatures rising to around 25 overnight. Currently, it is 18 degrees and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. As always, thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. We are in that Tradio segment now, so if you are looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, now's the time to call in here to the studio number at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. If it's something that's got to go, post it here on Tradio. This is a great time to let us know if there's something that you want to get rid of, that you want to sell, that you want to trade or announce. This is the time to do so. So please feel free to reach out to us today. And again, that number is 847-931-1410. Again, that's 847-931-1410. We've got some great Tradio callers here today. Of course, this includes Greg. He's looking for those bicycles, late 1800s to the 1950s, 60s, and 70s, parts, pieces, and or accessories. And of course, they can really be in any condition. He also does have that Schwinn 312 Goose Island bicycle. It runs very good, and that is going in at $125. Now, he also is looking for some things. He's also looking for, I said the vintage watches, men's and women's watches. He's also looking for old gas tether cars, too. So he's looking for those. If anyone has any of those old gas tether cars, he is in the search for that. Now, he also does have that Lionel Pioneer Zephyr. It's in really great condition. And if you want to reach out to him, it is 4 feet long, and it's in excellent condition. He's got that Hamilton Beach 3-head milkshake maker. That's in the color ivory, and it comes with the 3 cups for $500. And then he's also looking for old racing go-karts and for extra pieces for a Schuco Disney monorail toy. Feel free to reach out to him today at 847-962-6033. That's 847-962-6033. We also have Jeff, of course. He's looking for those trains as well as parts for trains, preferably cars. But, of course, anything will also do there, too, especially for train memorabilia. And then he also does have, a lot of different train set things. But he's also looking for model railroad items, including the buildings, little characters, the setups, things like that, too. So please feel free to reach out to him today. That number to dial is 630-251-2956. That's 630-251-2956. That's the number to dial for more information. And again, that is Jeff. He is looking for some of those great items that some of you folks out there maybe might even have. Another Tradio caller here has that RV fridge for sale. It's a Dometic AC/DC. He originally paid $900 for it. He's looking for just to get it for $300. So that's a pretty good steal of a deal on that. I would definitely say so. He also is located in McHenry. It's an LP gas, 110 volts and 12 volts, model 2554 LB. And you can reach out to him today, and that number to dial is 815-245-0670. That's 815-245-0670. We have another Tradio caller that's looking for a truck, preferably from the pre-admission testing time period. So pre-admission, so not during admission time periods, roughly like in the 80s or so. If you want to reach out to her, she does say to speak to Paul. That is 847-531-6383. That's 847-531-6383. And that's the number to dial. Another Tradio caller here has an antique hutch for sale, as well as, well, actually, it's not even really for sale. She's looking to give it away. It's in great shape for, of course, great for storage. She also does have some exercise equipment and then also a television stand. She's looking to give them away. So if anyone out there might be interested, please feel free to reach out to her today. Her name's Lorraine, and that number is 847-287-5687. That's 847-287-5687. 5687. That's the number to dial. So reach out to her today, and she might be able to hook you up with those. That sounds nice. So those are the Tradio callers that have recently called in within the past couple of weeks. If you want to add yourself to the list, you know that number to dial. It's 847-931-1410. Let's go through some other New Year's Eve and New Year's Day celebrations. There's a New Year's Eve party 2026 at Johnny's Supper Club. This is located at 1250 Bowes Creek Road in Elgin. You can enjoy a 4-course meal plus champagne toast for $55. If you want to add a fancy lobster tail, $20. First glass of wine is for a penny. That's included there again with that $55 choice there, cost. You can do all you can drink for $75. And again, you can have some nice cocktails there too. Music by DJ Chocolate from 8 p.m. until 12:30 a.m. Receive a raffle ticket per meal purchased. Additional raffle tickets are $5 each. And they also have some specials going on there too. So check out more information at johnnysupperclub.com for more info. And again, this is Johnny's Supper Club, located at Bowes Creek Road here in Elgin. A nice place to go to. Elegant indeed. Check out more information posted on their website, Johnny Supper Club. I've been there before. It's a very nice place. They also do have some cool historical pictures that are on the World Wide Web that you can check out too. You can also check out the Black Tie New Year's Eve Masquerade Ball that's going to be coming up here at the Holiday Inn in Elgin. That's at 495 Airport Road. That is right over there. Bennigan's is attached to there too. Bennigan's is another good place that has good bacon cheeseburgers here on National Bacon Day. The Black Tie Masquerade Ball, hosted by the African American Coalition of Kane County, or the AACKC, is an elegant evening of music, dancing, and mystery for adults 35 plus. For adults 35 plus, it says. Interesting. Guests are invited to wear black tie formal attire and a masquerade mask and enjoy a classy atmosphere with great music, social dancing, and community connection, it says. So definitely a good one to check out too. R&B, soul, blues, smooth jazz by Harlan Jefferson. Open dance floor, light refreshments, and bar open for 2 hours. Mask required upon entry. Those are those stylish masks, that is. Sounds by the legendary DJ Maurice Ice Culpepper. Proceeds support the AACKC's Cultural and Community Initiative. So feel free to check out more information on that. Sounds like a grand old time. Quite fancy, too. Moretti's, of course, has their New Year's Eve celebration that you can enjoy. Dinner and dancing on New Year's Eve, a 5-course dinner with hors d'oeuvres, 4-hour open bar to keep the celebration flowing, 8 to midnight, explosive video countdown, balloon drop, party favors, and so much more. And that is at Moretti's. Fantastic place to check out. That's coming up tomorrow, 7 p.m. until January 1st, 11 a.m. I'm sorry, 1 a.m. in the morning. And that's $99 there per person. Bonuses includes a purchase a table for 10 and receive a $50 gift certificate too. So that's Moretti's in Elgin at 2300 Bushwood Drive. So check out more information on their website or exploreelginaria.com. Old Republic, again, has their Mix Masters New Year's Eve Ball. That's going to be a fun time to enjoy. Lots of great DJs that are out there, including fantastic food, drinks, and hospitality that is catered to you and the new year. Chicago Street Poorhouse has their $35 open bar from 8 to midnight. Call, wine, and beers, and no shots, it says there. Balloon drop and champagne toast at midnight. Kids eat free 4 to 9 with the purchase of an adult entree for dine-in. If you want to check them out, great place to go to at 1350 Chicago Street here in Elgin. That's poorhousekitchen.com for more info. So you can get in on that New Year's Eve celebration. 120 Live in Bartlett has their live music featuring Austin Hopkins. There's going to be that champagne toast, food and drink specials. Fun for the whole family and everyone, of course, to enjoy too. So check this out and more. There's lots of other things that are coming up here in 2025 for the last days in 2026. Get into those New Year's celebrations. There's lots to do in the Fox River Valley. I've only touched base on a little handful of them. So stay tuned for more here on Out to Lunch WRMN. We're going to take another quick time out, and we'll be back with more in just a little bit. Stay tuned.
At Britain's Touchless Car Wash, they know life gets busy. That's why they're here 24/7 to keep your car looking spotless, fast, and easy. Their advanced brush-free wash technology delivers a sparkling clean without a single scratch, because they treat your car like it's their own. Here's the best part. Right now, you can get a free car wash just for joining their text club. It's simple. Just text BRITT to 30400, and your first wash is on them. Britain's Touchless Car Wash has 2 convenient locations, 1923 Larkin Avenue in Elgin and 555 Willow in West Dundee. They're proud to keep your car clean while giving back to our community. Text BRITT to 30400. That's BRITT to 30400 now for your free car wash, and see why Britain's Touchless Car Wash is the fast, gentle, and reliable choice.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the Better Business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Looking for something new? Try fencing, the Olympic and Paralympic sport that mixes speed, strategy, and fun. It's like chess meets cardio. Quick feet, quick decisions, and a satisfying beat when you score a point. Kids, teens, and adults can start anytime. No experience needed, and many clubs have loaner gear. Coaches teach fundamentals and safety from day one. Find a beginner class near you at usafencing.org/tryfencing. That's usafencing.org/tryfencing.
Here on WRMN AM 1410, we like to keep you informed and in tune to what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and what's going on here on WRMN. We recognize the importance of local radio to be a part of the conversation and to be a part of the community for the community.
You know, we talked about the importance of community theater, but supporting community radio is a big deal too. And, you know, for WRMN, this is a really cool thing that you guys do every day, and a really important thing. You have to have a local media outlet to talk about what's going on in your town. So you guys do a nice job.
Tune in to AM 1410 WRMN. Don't forget, you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/WRMN Radio. Keep in tune and informed on what's happening here in the Fox River Valley, right here on WRMN. And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the valley and the talk of the town. We're broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. As always, thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. We do greatly appreciate it here. If you want to comment live here on our YouTube channel, that is youtube.com/WRMN Radio. You can also text us at 505-926-1410. So there you go. We hope that you're enjoying this day here so far. We still have a little bit of time left. If you want to call in today, there's still time for our Tradio segment. If you're looking to buy, sell, trade, or announce to the Fox River Valley area, And then, of course, you can call in here at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. So again, that's AM 1410. That's WRMN AM 1410. So definitely stay tuned. We've got a comment here, a couple comments here. Ken Husky is in the comment section. You speak with your hands. I do. I know. That's something that I do a lot. I do that. Ken, if you're watching on YouTube, you can already see me. I'm doing it here. It also says people remember the frequency of the radio station more than the call letter. Yes, so that's AM 1410 WRMN. Thank you for tuning in, of course, like I always say, and I mean that wholeheartedly. I do. Let's see what we've got here. Rest for the upcoming next days here into the New Year's 2026. I know that we've been talking a lot about the different upcoming events for tomorrow and New Year's Day, but let's kind of flow through and see what are going on the following days after that. So on Friday, January 2nd, Hawthorne Hill Nature Center is having an event, and it's called Learn to Winter Sow. Are you interested in adding native plants to your yard? Winter sowing is a simple and inexpensive way to start seeds for the spring season. And it's a great option whether you're new to gardening or have been for all of its years. Join Cindy from Making Memories with Butterflies for a relaxed drop-in style program where you will learn how to do this. This is a great way to prepare yourself for the springtime. And what you'll do is you'll learn how to winter sow native seeds using a recycled gallon jug. They're going to be having several species of native milkweed and other native plant seeds available. Milkweeds play a vital role in supporting monarchs and other pollinators by providing essential habitat and nectar throughout their growing season. Participants may take home up to 3 jugs filled with soil and seeds while supplies last. Check out more information at the Hawthorne Hill Nature Center's Facebook page and website. They're located at 28 Brookside Drive in Elgin. Some other things that are coming up. Rosca de Reyes Gratis is coming up here. That is January 3rd from 12 until 3 o'clock. Join them for a free Rosca de Reyes and a photo with the 3 kings. Let's continue our Hispanic culture. Goodie bag for the kids is available. If you want to check out more information on that, you can find it. That is Elgin Reality of America Group. Check out more information. They're going to have some speakers there. You'll be able to find that information posted on exploreelginarea.com. And they're located at 574 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin is where this event is going to be. That's January 3rd from 12 a.m. until 3 p.m. Or I'm sorry, it's 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. There's also, again, 3 Kings celebration will also be featured at the Gail Borden Public Library. You can meet Gaspar, Melchior, and Balthazar, the 3 Kings. Take your picture with them and enjoy a taste of traditional Rosca. Stay for the stories, crafts, and much more in partnership with the Mexican Organization of Elgin. So that's going to be coming up on Saturday, January 3rd. Also coming up Saturday, January 3rd, Rookies Rock House has their Terrapin Flyer. Now this is, I'm not quite sure what this is. It's a band that's playing. I was like, what's a Terrapin Flyer? It's the band that's out there that they're going to have performing. Martini Room is also having Belly Dance in the Burbs, Vander's birthday at Martini Room. That's going to be a fun time. That's Thursday, the 8th. So it's a little bit of a ways away. That's actually the following Thursday, January 8th. And then they still have some things that are coming up into the whole month of January. But again, if you want to view more information on that, you can find it. That's posted on exploreelginarea.com. Taking a look more at the local business side of things, let's see anything that's coming up. We did talk about different places to get tacos. Of course, also those great burgers for 2025, 2026. You can also find, of course, some other great events that are coming up too. Local programming, of course, that we have that I did mention. We've got What's Cooking Today coming up in just a little bit. I don't know if he posted anything on the website, see if there's anything. But if you want to listen to that, that'll be in just a little bit of a while away. Really not too far away, about 10 minutes or so, actually. There's something else that was posted here. Aurora Downtown District mentioned that there is a grief group that you can go to. It's the first Monday of every month. Grief shows up in many ways, and you don't have to carry it alone. The grief group is a free, low-key gathering for adults 18 and up of all genders who have been affected by any kind of loss. This group centers on conversation, listening, and shared experience in a supportive, inclusive space. This is going to be located at the Perch, that is in Aurora. That's at 140 South River Street, Unit 114. What to expect? A welcoming, inclusive community, a non-religious setting, all beliefs and no beliefs are respected, guided discussion and gentle practices led by facilitator Amy Jackson, inspired by Navigating Grief by Mia Roldan. No book is required. Space for all kinds of grief, loss of a person, relationships, change, missed expectations, or the state of the world. There's going to be light refreshments there, including tea and snacks. No sign up is required. Just show up as is, as you are. And they say all grief is valid and you're welcome here at the Perch. So that was recently posted by the Aurora Downtown District. If you want to find more information on that, you can on their website or their Facebook page. But again, if that's something that you might be interested in attending, feel free to do so. There's folks out there that can help, and having those conversations are very important too. We only have a couple minutes left, folks, before we kick it off to What's Cooking Today with Michael Horn on CRN. If you want to check out other local news and more, you can find that posted onto exploreelginarea.com, the government websites, and more. We did talk a little bit earlier today during the community hour about some final notice things, including winter wear collection items that the Elgin Fire Department is having. The different stations in the Fox River Valley area, fire station locations are having, they're collecting adult winter wear items for men and women. So there is that deadline. It is tomorrow. So wanted to put that out there for you so that you know about it. It's they're in partnership with the Community Crisis Center. So if you have any items that you want to donate, there's a flyer that's attached on their Facebook page, and check it out. That's going to be at 37 South Geneva Street. They do say to call ahead before making any donations and to make sure all of it's clean, and of course any used items to be clean, not have any missing buttons or broken zippers. So there's still ways, of course, that you can help into the new year and during this very cold season. It is starting to flurry outside right now, as expected, during this afternoon. We hope that you do enjoy your day. I will be back again tomorrow. I do have a show, even though it's New Year's Eve. I will have a show here coming up tomorrow. Thursday, I'm going to be doing some replays. It'll be some best of Out to Lunch replays, which will be just some generic shows, kind of explaining to you how to navigate our website, how to go through different business or organization pages. A great way to start off the new year, and kind of a refreshment there too. Or maybe if you're just starting to tune into WRMN, hopefully maybe in the new year too. It'll be a nice little refreshment for you. So that'll be coming up on Thursday. Stay tuned for more here on WRMN. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday.